A 1 hour flight in Vietnam is not a 1 hour travel day. You need to leave your hotel, travel to the airport, check in, wait at the gate, fly, collect your luggage, travel back into the city, and check into another hotel. That 1 hour flight can easily become 4 or 5 hours from hotel door to hotel door. And sometimes a train, limousine van, private car, or even the new Ho Chi Minh City Metro can be the easier option. Vietnam has many ways to get around. You can use Grab inside the cities, take trains along the coast, ride limousine vans between nearby destinations, sleep on overnight buses, fly between regions, or use Metro Line 1 to move through part of Ho Chi Minh City. But the best option changes depending on the route, your luggage, your budget, and how much energy you want to spend. In this video, I'll show you which type of transportation makes the most sense for the most common Vietnam journeys. We will also spend extra time on the Ho Chi Minh City Metro, where it goes, how tourists can use it, and when it is better than Grab or a taxi. Let's get moving! When comparing transportation, do not look only at the number displayed beside the vehicle. A flight may say 1 hour. A train may say 3 hours, a limousine van may say 2.5 hours, but those numbers do not tell the whole story. You need to compare the full journey, from your current hotel door to your next hotel door. For a domestic flight include the ride to the airport, the time you need to arrive before departure, security and check-in, possible delays, waiting for checked luggage, the ride from the destination airport into the city, and the time needed to find and check into your next hotel. For a train, include the journey to the station and from the arrival station. For a bus or limousine van, check whether the company collects you from your hotel, a small office, a large bus station, or an unmarked roadside meeting point. The vehicle with the shortest scheduled journey is not always the vehicle that saves the most time. And the cheapest option is not always the best value. A sleeper bus may save one hotel night, but if you do not sleep and lose the following day to exhaustion, you have not really saved anything. The best transportation choice is usually the option that creates the least stress while still fitting your schedule. Vietnam's official tourism guidance identifies domestic flights, trains, buses, taxis, and other local transportation as the country's main travel options. Inside major cities, most first-time visitors will use a combination of walking, Grab, traditional taxis, public buses, and in Ho Chi Minh City Metro Line 1, walking is ideal when attractions are located close together. In central Hanoi, Hoi, an ancient town and parts of central Ho Chi Minh City, you can explore a lot without using a vehicle for every short journey. But do not judge distance using the map alone. A 20-minute walk in cool weather may be easy. The same walk in intense heat, heavy rain, or with luggage may be uncomfortable. Vietnamese sidewalks can also contain parked motorbikes, street food seating, construction, and uneven surfaces. Wear comfortable shoes and leave extra time. For longer city trips, Grab is often the simplest option. Public buses are cheaper, but they require more attention to routes, stops, and timing. Metro can be faster when your starting point and destination are both close to Line 1 in Ho Chi Minh City. The smart approach is not to select one transportation method for your entire trip. Use each method where it works best. Grab is widely used in Vietnam and offers cars and motorbike rides in major cities. Its prices can change based on demand, location, and time of day. For most first-time visitors, GrabCar is the easiest place to begin. You enter your destination, see an estimated fare, receive the driver and vehicle information, and follow the route in the application. Before entering the vehicle, compare the license plate, the car model, and the driver information. Do not enter a different car because someone says they are replacing your driver. If the information does not match, cancel safely and book another vehicle. When GrabCar works best, use GrabCar when you have luggage, you're traveling with another person, the weather is very hot or rainy, your destination is not close to public transportation. You're returning late at night, or you want direct transportation from hotel to hotel, when GrabBike works best. GrabBike can be useful for one person traveling a short distance with very little luggage. Motorbikes can move through traffic more easily than cars, and the ride is often cheaper, but they are not suitable for everyone. Avoid GrabBike when you have a large backpack or suitcase. You're uncomfortable on motorbikes, it is raining heavily, you're wearing loose clothing that may become caught, you have consumed alcohol, or the route involves fast roads or long distances. Always wear the helmet provided. Secure your phone and bag before the motorbike begins moving. Do not try to use your phone while riding. Grab introduced an English-speaking GrabBike pilot in Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City in 2026, although availability can depend on location and driver supply. Traditional taxis remain useful at hotels, airports, and transportation hubs. Ask your hotel or restaurant to call a trusted taxi when possible. Check that the meter is operating or confirm a clear fare before the trip begins. Keep smaller Vietnamese banknotes for payment. And always check the vehicle before leaving so you do not forget your phone, wallet, or bag. Ho Chi Minh City now has something that changes the way visitors can explore part of the city. Metro Line 1. The line runs from central Ho Chi Minh City at Ben 10 toward the eastern side of the city and the Sui Vien area. It has 14 stations, including underground stations in the center and elevated stations farther east. For first-time visitors, Metro Line 1 is modern, affordable, and easy to use once you understand one limitation. It does not cover the entire city, and it does not currently travel directly to Tan Son Nhat International Airport. This is extremely important. Do not land at the airport and assume you can walk directly to a Metro Line 1 station. For the airport, you will still need a taxi, Grab, airport bus, or another transfer. You can then use the metro later when traveling along its Ben Tan Sui Thien corridor, where the metro is most useful. The metro is particularly useful for travelers moving between Central District 1 and areas east of the city center. Ben 10 Station places you near Ben 10 Market and Central District 1. Opera House Station is useful for the Munhue walking street area, the city center, and nearby historic buildings. Ba Sun Station serves the riverfront area and parts of the modern city center. Farther east, stations such as Ta Dien and An Phu are useful for modern neighborhoods, restaurants, cafes, and shopping areas. The line then continues toward Thu Duc, the high-tech park, the National University area, and Suoi Thien bus station. This means the metro can be excellent when both ends of your journey are near a station, but if your hotel or attraction is several kilometers from the line, you may still need to combine the metro with walking, a bus, GrabBike, or GrabCar. That combination is often called the first mile and last mile problem. The train may cover most of the journey efficiently, but you still need transportation between the station and your final destination. How to plan a metro journey? Before leaving your hotel, identify your nearest station, the station nearest your destination, the direction of travel, and how you will complete the final part of the journey. Use the official HCMC Metro application or the latest station information to review the route, station entrances, and current ticketing instructions. The application operated by HERC1 provides station details, route guidance, and fare information. When you arrive at the station, look for the station name and direction signs. Buy the appropriate ticket or use one of the supported cashless payment methods available at that time. Single-ride tickets and longer duration options may be available, but payment systems and promotions can change. Check the current information displayed at the station rather than relying on an old social media video passed through the entry gate. Keep your ticket or payment method accessible until you have completed the journey. Follow signs to the correct platform. Stand behind the safety line. Allow passengers to leave the train before entering, and do not block the doors. Inside the train, keep your belongings close and avoid standing directly in the doorway. Announcements and station displays help passengers follow the journey, but it is still useful to know the name of your destination station before boarding. Should tourists buy a day pass? A day pass can make sense if you plan to use the metro repeatedly along Line 1. For example, you might begin near Ban 10, travel east for cafes or shopping, return to the city center, and use the line again later. But if you only plan one short ride, a single ticket may be more practical. Do not buy an unlimited pass simply because it sounds convenient. First, check whether the places you actually want to visit are near the line. Metro with luggage. Metro can technically be used with normal travel luggage, subject to current baggage rules, but practical comfort matters. A small suitcase during a quiet period is manageable. Several large suitcases during a crowded commuting period may be difficult. You will need to move through station entrances, ticket gates, elevators or escalators, platforms, and crowded train cars. If you are changing hotels with significant luggage, GrabCar or a private transfer may be much easier. And remember again, Metro Line 1 is not currently the airport train. Do not choose it for an airport transfer unless you have already planned the separate journey between the airport and the metro line. Metro during peak hours. Like urban rail systems around the world, the metro becomes busier when residents are traveling to and from work. If you have flexibility, avoid the busiest commuting periods when carrying luggage or traveling with young children. Stand to one side when using escalators according to station instructions. Do not stop immediately after passing through a gate. Move away from entrances before checking your phone or reorganizing your bag. Small habits like these make the experience easier for you and everyone around you. A realistic tourist example. Imagine you're staying near Ben Ton. In the morning, you explore the market and Central District 1 on foot. Later, you enter Ban Tan Station and take Metro Line 1 toward Ta Dien or En Phu. You spend the afternoon visiting cafes, restaurants, or shopping areas in the east. Then you return to the city center by metro, avoiding a longer car journey through road traffic. That is where the metro is most valuable. It is not a complete replacement for Grab, it is a fast backbone that you can combine with walking and short local rides. Metro mistakes to avoid. Do not assume every major attraction has a station beside it. Do not assume the line connects to the airport. Do not wait until you reach the platform to decide which direction you need. Do not carry excessive luggage during peak periods unless necessary. Do not rely on an old screenshot for ticket prices or operating hours. And do not exit at a station simply because the name sounds close to your destination. Check the walking distance before beginning the trip. The Ho Chi Minh City Metro is one of the most useful additions to the city for travelers. But it works best when you plan around the line that currently exists, not the larger metro network that may appear on future planning maps. Public buses can be extremely affordable and useful in Hanoi, Ho Chi Minh City, and other major destinations. They are best for travelers who have time, carry little luggage, are comfortable following a route, and do not mind walking between the bus stop and the final destination. Before boarding, confirm the bus number and direction. A route may travel in both directions using stops on opposite sides of the road. Follow your position on an offline map or transportation application. Prepare small cash if required, or check whether the route supports another payment method. Press the stop button or notify the conductor before your destination when necessary. Public buses are not always ideal for your first trip from the airport after a long international flight. When you're tired and carrying luggage, a direct vehicle may be worth the extra cost. But after you have settled into your hotel, buses can be a good way to explore the city at a low cost. Official tourism information notes that local buses cover significant parts of Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City. Vietnam's railway connects many important destinations from north to south. Trains can be slower than flights, but they offer several advantages. Stations are often closer to the city than airports. You can avoid airport security and baggage procedures. You can see landscapes that are invisible from the air, and an overnight train can combine transportation with accommodation. Vietnam Railways provides an official online system for checking schedules, prices, and tickets, choosing your seat or bed. Depending on the train, you may find seats, air-conditioned soft seats, and different types of sleeping berths. For a daytime journey of a few hours, a soft seat may be enough. For an overnight journey, a sleeping berth is usually more comfortable. Lower berths are easier to access. Upper berths may be cheaper but require climbing. If you are tall, carry lots of luggage, or need privacy, examine the cabin arrangement before booking. When trains are a strong choice, trains work well for journeys such as Hanoi to Ninh Binh, Hue to Da Nang, Da Nang to nearby railway destinations, and longer north-south journeys for travelers who prefer slow travel. The railway journey between Hue and Da Nang is especially attractive because it passes through dramatic coastal scenery near the Hai Van Pass. Vietnam Railways operates the Central Heritage Connection tourist train between Hue and Da Nang. Train mistakes to avoid. Check the exact station. Some destinations use a station located outside the tourist center. Arrive early enough to find the correct platform and carriage. Keep your ticket accessible. Bring a layer of warm clothing because air conditioning can feel cold. Keep valuables with you rather than inside luggage placed far away, and purchase tickets from an official or reputable channel. The word limousine can confuse North American visitors. In Vietnam, a limousine is usually not a long luxury car. It normally means an upgraded passenger van or minibus with larger seats and fewer passengers than a standard bus. Limousine vans are popular on medium-distance routes such as Hanoi to Ninh Binh, Hanoi to Ha Long Bay, Ho Chi Minh City to nearby provinces, and routes connecting major cities with tourist destinations. They can be one of the easiest options because some companies offer hotel pickup or central city pickup. But never assume door-to-door service is included. The pickup point may be your hotel, a company office, a designated street, a shopping center, or a transfer point outside the old quarter. Before booking, confirm the precise address. Ask whether another smaller vehicle will collect you first. Confirm the luggage allowance. And provide a phone number that works in Vietnam because the company may call or message you shortly before pickup. Be ready 10 to 15 minutes early. A van serving multiple passengers cannot always wait while someone packs at the last minute. Sleeper buses are common on longer routes. Instead of normal upright seats, passengers use reclining beds or individual cabin-style spaces. They can be inexpensive and may save a hotel night. But the experience depends heavily on the company, the vehicle, the route, your height, your ability to sleep while moving, and road conditions. Some travelers sleep comfortably, others arrive exhausted. Before booking, check whether the vehicle has open sleeping berths or private-style cabins. Look at recent customer photos. Confirm whether shoes must be removed when boarding. Keep socks easily accessible. Bring earplugs, an eye mask, and a light layer. Keep your valuables inside the sleeping area with you. Do not place your passport, wallet, or phone inside a large bag stored underneath the bus. Sleeper buses can work well when your schedule is limited, but avoid using them every second night. Your Vietnam trip should not become a sequence of poor sleep and recovery days. Domestic flights are usually the practical choice when traveling between distant regions. For example, Hanoi to Da Nang, Hanoi to Ho Chi Minh City, Da Nang to Ho Chi Minh City, or the mainland to an island destination. Vietnam's major destinations are connected by domestic air routes, and Da Nang serves as an important hub for central Vietnam. But remember the hotel door rule? Do not compare a 2-hour flight with a 30-hour train and assume the difference is exactly 28 hours. The flight still requires airport transfers and processing time. Check which airport you're using, which terminal, the baggage allowance, whether checked luggage is included, and how far the destination airport is from your hotel. Do not book a domestic flight too close to a separate international departure. If the domestic flight is delayed and the tickets are unrelated, the international airline may not protect your connection. For an important international departure, consider arriving in the departure city one night earlier. That hotel night may be cheaper than missing the international flight. Private transportation is often the most comfortable option for families, groups, older travelers, people with several suitcases, and routes where you want to stop along the way. A private car can be especially useful between Hue, Da Nang, and Hoi An, Ninh, Binh, and nearby attractions, airports and distant hotels, or destinations with limited public transportation. The price may be higher than a bus seat, but when 3 or 4 people divide the cost, the difference may be reasonable. Before confirming, ask, is the price for the vehicle or per passenger? Are tolls included? Is waiting time included? How many stops are allowed? What size vehicle will arrive? And is there enough luggage space? A 7-seat vehicle does not always provide 7 passenger seats after several large suitcases are loaded. Send the company a clear description of your group and luggage. Now let's make the decision practical. Hanoi to Ninh Binh. For most first-time visitors, a limousine van is convenient because the journey is relatively short and pickup may be available from central Hanoi. The train is a good alternative if you prefer a clear station-to-station journey. A private car works well for families or travelers with significant luggage. Hanoi to Ha Long Bay. If you booked an overnight cruise, use the cruise company's official shuttle when available. This reduces the risk of arriving at the wrong harbor. A limousine van or private transfer can also work. Confirm the exact port because the broader Ha Long area has multiple boarding locations. Hanoi to Da Nang. Fly if you have a short itinerary and want to save time. Take an overnight train if the rail experience is part of the trip and you're comfortable sleeping on board. Do not choose the train only to save money without checking the berth type and journey length. Hue to Da Nang. The train is a strong choice for scenery. A private car offers more flexibility and allows stops along the Hai Van Pass. Choose based on whether you value the train experience or personal control over the schedule. Hue or Da Nang to Hoi An. Hoi An does not have its own main passenger railway station or airport. From Da Nang, most visitors use a car, taxi, shuttle, or bus. A private transfer is especially useful with luggage. Da Nang to Ho Chi Minh City. For most travelers with limited time, flying is the practical option. A long train or bus journey makes more sense for slow travelers who deliberately want the overland experience. Ho Chi Minh City to the Mekong Delta. A day tour is simple but can feel rushed. A bus or limousine van works for independent travelers. A private car offers convenience. Staying at least one night allows you to experience the region at a slower pace. Inside Ho Chi Minh City, use Metro Line 1 when your journey follows the Ben Tan Sui Thien corridor. Use Grab or taxi when the destination is far from a station, when traveling from the airport, when carrying large luggage, or when moving late at night. Use a combination when that saves time, Metro for the long central section, then walking or Grab for the final short distance. Before booking any intercity transportation, confirm the exact departure point, the exact arrival point, the pickup time, the luggage allowance, the cancellation policy, the vehicle type, and the company's contact method. Save the ticket offline. Take a screenshot of the booking information, save the pickup address in both English and Vietnamese when possible. Keep your hotel's phone number available, arrive early, and never depend entirely on internet access at the departure point. For Metro journeys, check the latest official HCMC Metro information before leaving. For trains, use Vietnam Railways or another reputable booking channel. For ride-hailing, confirm the license plate before entering. For vans and buses, keep your Vietnamese phone number active. A transportation problem often begins with one small missing detail. The wrong station, an old pickup address, a phone that cannot receive calls, or luggage that was not included in the booking. 10 minutes of checking can prevent several hours of confusion. Let's simplify everything inside cities. Use walking and Grab for flexibility. In Ho Chi Minh City, add Metro Line 1 when your route is close to its stations. Use limousine vans for convenient medium-distance journeys. Use trains when the railway experience, central stations, or scenery make the journey worthwhile. Use sleeper buses carefully and do not assume you will sleep well. Use domestic flights for long distances, but calculate the full airport journey. Use private cars when comfort, luggage, and flexibility matter more than the lowest possible price. And always compare transportation from hotel door to hotel door, not station to station, not airport to airport. And not simply by the number of hours displayed on the booking page. Getting around Vietnam is easier when you stop searching for one perfect transportation method. There is no single best option for the whole country. The best answer may be Grab in Hanoi, a limousine van to Ninh Binh, a flight to Da Nang, a scenic train to Hue, a private car to Hoi An, and Metro Line 1 combined with walking in Ho Chi Minh City. Choose the option that fits that specific journey. Check the real pickup point. Protect enough time between connections. And do not let a small transportation saving create a full day of stress. Travel smarter, move at a realistic pace, and let the journey become part of your Vietnam experience. Subscribe to Real Talk Vietnam for practical, honest, and step-by-step guides for your first trip. This is Real Talk Vietnam. Know Vietnam before you go.